Go ahead. Hope you had a good week.
Yeah.
Good to see everyone here. So, welcome to the Eschatology. Last week we looked at tribulation. Today we are looking at the second coming and the millennial kingdom. We'll go straight in. In the tribulation, the Antichrist rules. The mark of the beast is prevalent. But some Christians, those that are aware of this prophecy and the sequence of events, will refuse the mark. Christianity will be much harder to practice, as Christians will be highly persecuted. At the tribulation, Christian Israelites will spring up and blossom after realizing that the Antichrist isn't the prophesied Messiah. But they will face enormous persecution because they are the chosen people of God. There will be a rebellion against the Antichrist, and alliances will be formed against him. The Antichrist, who at this time is trying to set up a one-world government with its vast armies of demons and human soldiers, will be marching from the west, somewhere in Europe, down to wipe out the Israelites. And at the same time, the armies of the east, the Bible in Ezekiel 38 calls them Gog and Magog, which some scholars say is Russia and Chinese alliance, which might include other nations who plan to attack the Antichrist and his armies to destroy them and seize power from him, and also at the same time planning to destroy the Israelites. More like killing two birds with one stone. All this will happen in a big plain just outside of Israel. And the name of this plain is the plain of Armageddon. Towards the end of the tribulation, the plan and the march to destroy the Israelites will mark the second coming. At this plain, the Israelites, God's chosen people, will be protected by God himself. God will supernaturally intervene. The heavens will be opened. The trumpet will sound. Everyone will hear it. And he will come down with such a presence, really as the King of Kings. The whole world will see him descend, and there will be absolutely no mistaking. Even the Antichrist and the World Alliance will see him for who he truly is. Jesus will then come down with a host of angels. This is the second coming, to fight and vanquish all the enemies of Israel, the Antichrist and his demonic armies, in the battle called the Battle of Armageddon. The Bible in Revelation describes this as God's supernatural intervention in saving Israel, where there's a splitting of the mountain, God's enemies are swallowed up, and the glory of God is revealed on earth in a terrifying way. And so, there will be the Battle of Armageddon. The Antichrist and his demon armies will be vanquished. Jesus wins. For those who have suffered in the tribulation, who have hoped that they still have a chance, this will be a glorious moment for them. For those who know they've missed the rapture, this will be a visible salvation. And for all those who thought that the Antichrist was to be worshipped, will then realize that Jesus truly is the Son of the living God. After the Battle of Armageddon, Jesus wins. He will then rule the earth with approximately 144,000 Christian Israelites, the Jews, and he will rule for 1,000 years, which marks the start of the millennial kingdom, a period in which Jesus reigns, literally on earth, openly as the king. There will be a clear demonstration of God's justice, righteousness, and peace under Christ's rule for 1,000 years. Jesus will rule with the faithful remnant of Israel, as the Bible says in Revelation chapter 20, for a millennium, which is 1,000 years. But he still has not clearly taken away free will. So there will still be options for people to convert, still to be saved before the judgment. This is God's way of saying, I will not force anyone to love me or to obey me. And remember, The Antichrist is no more, but his spirit is still around. And Satan is caged or bound, and he will be caged for 1,000 years. And people can still use their free will for evil or for good by following Christ. Now, the core of this message is not to build fear, but for us to live ready, holy, and hopeful, because Christ's return is certain and at hand. God bless you.